Hey everybody, I'm Zach.
And I'm Jesse.
And you're watching the Patreon bonus story. We got a bunch to show you here.
Yes.
The first is this really cool one. This is a Model X versus a Chevy Camaro.
I mean, first of all, it's already not fair.
No, it's not.
And I mean, like, just from a stats perspective, then they put the rope on the outside side of the Camaro, I guess because it doesn't have a center. It's not meant for towing, obviously. It's meant for picking up chicks. And it just gets dragged like a toy.
We've raced a couple Chevy Camaros over the couple of years in Sparky, and we know that it's not much of a challenge.
No, it's not much of a challenger.
All right, this next story, I'm going to need some help from you guys to help me put this in context because I knew nothing about this. We're going to be showing you some pictures here on the screen as we talk about this.
Okay, so take a look at this picture here. And just,
that's beautiful.
Just make a guess as to what you think that is a picture of.
Oh, I know what that is.
With no context, what do you think that is?
I know exactly what that is. That's a field of flowers.
Nope, that is a field full of bikes.
No, that's flowers.
Those are all bikes.
That's not possible.
Apparently,
prove it.
China is now full of bikes.
What?
So, there were a bunch of bike sharing programs that all sprung up around the same time in China.
Okay.
And they made an ungodly number of bicycles.
Okay, so wait. So you're running the factory.
Yep.
And I call you up and I say, Jesse, maybe you should slow down on the bike production today.
Nope. No can do. Orders from HQ. We can't do that.
Well, see, we're having a little problem that they're piling up out here.
Well, that's no problem. We're going to be shipping them out any day now into the cities.
I think just take a week off and let us catch up.
No way. No can do.
So all I can picture is this. Like, they open the bike program,
right,
and then a bunch of people are like, this is great. I'm going to ride to the factory today. And yet we're not picturing, like, thousands of people work at each of these different factories. So they must ride to the factory and then have how do you keep track of which bike is yours?
There's just too many bikes. No, I mean, you just pick up the next one and rent that one. But no, I mean, the thing.
But how do you rent? Like, how do you?
I have no idea. If it's just a bunch of bikes all over the place.
But how do these companies afford to let them just throw them out?
I have no idea.
We need some context, people.
And again, this is not just one picture of like a big pile of bikes. This is like
multiple pictures
of just piles and mountains of bikes.
This story is from The Atlantic. I mean, if anyone out there knows more about this, like, please comment below and let us know, like, how things got so bad with the bike sharing industry in China.
It's really sad because, I mean, it's a sustainable thing having bicycles. You'd think, oh, that's a good thing. But, like, this is ridiculous.
Right.
I mean, this is like they opened up a cheat code command and were like, how about let's try, 35 million bikes. And then they were like, oh, no.
Can you think of any other products in history that led to this kind of oversupply? I can't think of anything that led to this dramatic piling up of bikes.
I don't have
any. If you can think of anything, let me know.
Anything
is this a first?
Like, what has been overproduced this much? Obviously, bikes are pretty
big. Beanie Babies?
I feel like they've always had this weird demand to them.
All right, this last story is kind of funny. So if we had a time machine and we could go back to 1949, Wernher von Braun, he is the famous Nazi German / then became American rocket scientist who designed the Saturn V. I mean, he basically helped us get to the moon.
Right.
He wrote lots of fiction and nonfiction. This was a fiction book that he wrote in which he talked about life on Mars, and there was going to be a government. And guess who was going to lead that government?
David Bowie.
The leader of the government was named Elon.
Get out.
Not kidding you.
No way.
Not kidding you.
That's not... What? How?
I mean, Elon does have derivations. It means strong as oak. It also means, I forget what else it means.
I know, but what are the
African.
chances of that?
I know.
It's not like Mars Conqueror or something like that.
Maybe Elon's mom and dad read the book and that influenced them to name.
How would they know? They didn't know that.
Okay, so maybe every night at bedtime, as he fell asleep, they subconsciously were like, "You're going to Mars."
What? No, maybe they read him the book when he was a kid and they named him after. I mean, I doubt it. It doesn't seem like that's the kind of, you don't really raise a kid and they're like, we'll make you go to Mars, especially when he was born. I mean,
maybe he read the book. You're right, and it just influenced him. Like, maybe he read it when he was 8 and it kind of stuck in his head. Like,
that seems to be the most plausible.
I don't know.
Concept.
That's pretty cool.
I just want to take a moment here to thank everyone who's watching this, because if you're watching this, it means that you're supporting us on Patreon. And
if you support us for $8 a month or more, you can watch our live streams, which we do once a month. And you can go back and watch them. Like, we keep them up for about a month. So even if you can't catch them live, we do talk about, we had great questions this week.
Yeah.
All sorts of cool questions from viewers. And so that's, if you like to find out what we think, you can ask us questions.
If you have burning questions, we got answers.
That's right. We just make them up if we don't know them.
Thank you so much for supporting us, because we couldn't do any of this without you. We're thinking about doing all sorts of crazy things, moving from this location, which is a big pain in the butt, to moving somewhere else upstairs.
Yeah, got to keep moving.
Got to keep finding. We have to find some place where we can keep everything set up from week to week, so that way we don't have to.
All right, we got to get back to the news.
Yeah, so here we go. Bye, everybody.
See ya.
See you next week.